What do you want to do now?
I got an idea. How about you all sit there quietly while I make dad noises? Oh my.
How are you coping up, man? Like,
How am I coping this quarantine, you mean?
yeah, like how you
Honestly?
have you started classes?
Honestly? Yeah, I miss you, man. I gotta say, no homo, but I miss you, man. Like, come on. I need human interaction. I feel like, if I don't see... You know what is literally like my house, I look out my window. It's like me in like a nice jail. Like a Swedish jail, maybe.
True.
It's like me looking out. I can see...
Dude, I read this article the other day that they might like, it is expected to extend social distancing for another 2 years, like 2022.
2 years?
Till 2022.
So you're saying no sex for 2 years?
I mean, maybe Tinder might adapt.
What's Tinder gonna do?
Might adapt. They might.
Well, there's Tinder, there's Grindr. That's the both. How are they gonna adapt
Grindr.
with? Yeah, but how are they gonna adapt with social distancing? What are they gonna do? There is such thing as sexting. That already happens. I mean, are they gonna have like a
Give a whole tutorial before you sign up on Tinder. Before you enter Tinder, here's a view. Here's a walkthrough on
Do you
sexting.
think it's gonna have like Zoom ID and password? Come online at 3:00 today, and I'll see what turns you on.
True. That is that.
Talking about Zoom, because you were asking me about how quarantine is treating me. Our university, as you know,
you guys go in the same uni.
Yeah. The thing is, all this thing about distance learning and online teaching, yes, I get it. Cool, it's fine. I mean, it's a good thing to do, but they have no idea what they're doing. And they have no idea what. Do you?
I guess the whole world has no idea on what they're gonna do. Like they had it in like their manuals and like, distance learning, blah blah blah. They had it in paper, but they didn't know how to implement. Or they don't know.
I think it was like such a backup option. Like
exactly. It's like protocols. You have to have it. But you tend to like, okay, Russia's not gonna invade us again.
Yeah. It's like what I think is like it's one of those backup to a backup to a backup that you never think you need.
Exactly.
And this Corona happened and shit just got real.
Push through all those junk and then find out that manual and first blow out all the dust and all that, and then
slap that up.
Implement this.
Funniest thing is actually when we had actual classes going on. You'd be going to a class at 8:00 in the morning or 7:30 sometimes to see the damn teachers or whatever, so they can teach you.
Yeah,
they're never there.
Oh,
they're not there. You call them, at least tell us. We call them. They're like, but what's happening on Zoom lectures? Or lectures are at 8:00 in the morning. Are you kidding me?
Seriously?
Yeah, man.
8 in the morning.
8 in the damn morning. Hey, imagine this. Okay, imagine people are in different time zones, bro. If you're in Australia,
hey man,
that motherfucker's sleeping, and you're trying to do. How I don't get it. If you can wake up at 8 to give us a damn Zoom lecture, why are you not there in real time? When we had the classes?
Exactly.
Where was your sorry ass? I mean,
My goodness. Yeah. For all we know, you just dressed up from the top. Not even top, maybe just your face.
Bro, you know what I do on Zoom? There's this option where you basically listen.
Yeah.
You don't need to talk or you don't need to say hi or whatever the hell you do. So once there was a teacher. We had, I don't know what, I think it was surgery. And this is my first time using Zoom because I've never had a Zoom before. Distance learning.
I thought Skype would blow up, but no, gotten a Zoom blew up.
Skype blew up, man.
Yeah?
It blew up as it doesn't work anymore. That shit thing. Come on. They had so long to fix it. It's still shit.
Okay, true.
The only time I used to use Skype was when I used to call my mother back in the day. Before WhatsApp calling was a thing.
Yeah, Skype was the thing.
Since WhatsApp video came, nobody uses Skype. Like WhatsApp video blew up.
Before WhatsApp, for me, like WhatsApp was only used for texting.
Yeah.
Voice calls.
Yeah.
Viber,
yeah.
Viber only.
Viber is such an underrated app.
I swear.
It's such an underrated app.
Apparently, they say Viber works better in different regions and all that.
I
So,
heard
like Eastern Europe,
Eastern Europe Viber's best.
Viber's good.
Yeah.
That's why everyone
Everyone
here
here
has
uses,
Viber. I'm like, you crazy? You're living under a rock.
Yeah.
Get your WhatsApp on.
You get your WhatsApp.
I'm
But
like,
I
no.
mean, if you're not in India
Yeah.
or any of the Asian countries, you don't use WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Because if you come to UK, everyone uses iMessage. You know, in the UK, texting is still a big thing. We text.
Yeah.
Whereas here, who the hell texts?
Oh yeah. Exactly.
Bro, if I text you, you're like, what are you? It's like sending you a post message. You know what I'm saying? Like a postal message or whatever. What is it called? The letter. Damn.
Exactly.
Damn. Yeah, that's like, or sending you a pigeon mail. Like, don't send me a text.
Exactly.
You know?
True.
Send me a Facebook request. or better, DM. Slide into my DMs.
DMs. True.
Yeah. You
That
better have a
phrase
good pickup line.
DM'd me.
But yeah, I mean, coming back to Zoom, as you said, Zoom blew up, and I think it's making money. So, and the thing is, these teachers go on about teaching, blah 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 blah, reading lecture slides. I mean, what is the point of you coming online
Exactly.
and reading bit by bit or word to word what you just made on the slide? I can do that at home.
An AI could do that.
Yeah. And why would you wake up at 8 a.m. for this?
True. I mean,
Have you started classes yet, as in online?
I'm about to. I think this week I do have a couple.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, not looking. I mean, I guess as you say, all the, so as to say, reciting the lecture and just like reading it out. But I don't know. I feel like, especially for our field, medical, like you cannot do shit on Zoom. Man.
No. What are you gonna do?
Can't, like,
I have heard from the younger years, because they still have anatomy, practical anatomy, and they were like being shown, as in like pictures of like the body and be like, oh, this is the carotid artery, or I don't know, like this is going up your ass. I mean, I don't know what is coming out of there, like the bloody body is being torn up, man. I'm like, what's going on? And
you just imagine VR and that.
But that's the thing, Apple had an app, or was it Apple or HoloLens? Microsoft had this thing called HoloLens. You put this on, it's like Pornhub. They're the VR Pornhub thing.
Okay.
So it's similar to that. I'm sorry, but VR, virtual reality, is a thing.
Yeah.
They just don't use it in the right places.
True.
But VR surgery is a thing.
Oh yeah, VR surgery. True.
But I don't think they would spend money on that. Because
True.
Would you spend money to make life better? No.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's when you think about it, it's crazy because I mean, in the past 2 months, I've been in quarantine for 2 months. So have you. What is the most exciting thing you've done?
I guess watch Zoe Exotic.
Who?
Tiger King.
Oh my, that thing blew up.
Holy shit!
What is that
so
about?
It was so good though.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
No, because I don't have Netflix.
Goodness my.
I used to use my friend's Netflix, and then she
It shows you how crazy America is and how it lives up to the I'm American.
USA.
Yeah. Like literally. And at the same time, makes you wonder, these people made a profit on something that's not native to theirs. Just imagine what they can do.
What is it about? Like, I haven't seen it. I mean, I don't mind you ruining it for me.
No, it's
and I hope the viewers don't either, or the listeners don't.
Series, and so, mind you, like in the intro itself, they say like, you're not gonna believe what we're gonna tell you. Like the stories over here, trust me, you won't believe it. And I was like, okay, maybe it's overhyping it. Like, it's the first episode, but my goodness, stories in it are like unbelievable. Like, it's like the best writer for a comedy film wrote it, and by mistake,
is it like a documentary? Is this a real documentary?
It's a real every shit that happened is real. Everything, like from the tigers to his hair, everything is real. Like his hair.
Is he bringing back the mullet?
Oh, the mullet and everything, man.
Oh,
my goodness,
my days.
this guy. But it's actually a good show. I mean, it's a one of a kind documentary. It has humor. It has like adventure, so as to speak.
If that documentary was a girl, would you marry?
No. Crazy. No, it's crazy. No, it's like batshit crazy. So no, if the documentary personified, trust me.
No, the thing is, quarantine can make you do stupid
true.
stuff, man. So don't
No,
worry.
but,
Good thing we're not on video.
Exactly.
and I don't have my pants down, so.
Yeah, and I'm not on my knees, so. Yeah, I mean, that was something. Not, I mean, it depends on if you have Netflix also.
See, I don't have Netflix, but I did have Netflix because I was using one of my friends, and let's just say she changed the password and I just didn't bother asking it again. It was crazy. Like, to be honest, Netflix is boring. The only reason I had Netflix was watching Kingdom.
Exactly. No, you know what I feel like? Yeah, Netflix is boring, and even like the other streaming platforms like Amazon, Hulu, and all that, they also have good shit and all. But you know what I want? I would pay good money for is literally a Netflix for all streaming apps.
You know, you're right. You know, if that's such a thing, I think that's like YouTube, but
a Trivago for streaming apps.
Yeah. Well, there are, if you think about it, all these pirated sites.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's kind of there.
Yeah.
I mean, you click on.
Yeah, but I'm talking for brothers and sisters on the States. We can't do pirates.
Yeah.
We can.
So. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right, because I know that Disney came out with the Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
But and then didn't they remove all of the Disney stuff into that?
Yeah, true.
And the last time I checked, I think they had 25 million subscription in the first 3 months. 25 million. I mean, are you that desperate to see fucking Ariel? Or what is that? Mulan? I mean, Mulan is good. I'm not saying, but Ariel?
I mean, I can't take Disney, but yeah, I'll go with it. Yeah, Ariel.
Damn.
The only Ariel I know is a detergent. But
yeah.
I mean, Disney. I don't know. I had this talk with you the other day. Like, Disney's
owning everything.
The thing is, society expects you to watch Disney, and if you don't, you're psyched.
I'll be honest with you. I don't. Like, you know, Marvel. They hype up Marvel movies so much, but they're shit.
Exactly.
I mean, I love Marvel movies. I'm not saying they're crap. They're bad, but I love it. I was watching fucking Endgame, like the biggest fangirl ever, right?
Okay.
When Cap when Cap lifted the hammer, I was like, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was screaming my lungs out. But if you think about it, the DC movies, they have more substance. They're dark as fuck. But you watch a DC movie, you feel like, damn, this is a movie.
Exactly.
And you watch Marvel, it's like Child's Play.
I guess
not
Marvel
the movie
is
Child's Play,
Disney
but
for adults.
DC is for adults. This is for maybe more intellectuals, may I say.
Yeah, Marvel is the Disney of it also. The baby version.
Yeah, true.
Like you have a raccoon talking to
fucking the tree.
The destroyer of the universe at the same time.
I mean...
Shit you only see on like Tom and Jerry.
Don't blame Tom. Tom and Jerry... Bro, I lived on Tom and Jerry. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids nowadays, they don't know what cartoon is like.
Exactly.
What do they watch now? Peppa Pig and... What do they watch now? Some stupid shit.
They watch Pornhub.
Oh, kids nowadays.
Yeah.
you know, I don't know if I'm that old, but I was generation. I mean, we both are. I feel like.
Yeah.
You remember when we had dial-up internet connection? You know that internet goes to go.
Damn. Dude, I used to like when the dial-up was dying, and like
broadband came.
Yeah, broadband and all came in. Basically, like. I think I was like among my friend circle. I was the last one to like switch. So
because I mean, we Asians don't really.
Yeah, exactly. All my other friends, like they all had like broadband, and they used to call me, and you know it's quite embarrassing to have like dial-up, and you can't speak on the phone when something.
No, so, you couldn't speak on the phone when they were on the call.
Yeah,
you had to cut the call.
Exactly.
Do you remember that? Oh shit, that was crazy.
Forget that. My phone didn't have the loudspeaker function. Then basically, whenever someone used to call and like say we were like stuck on a question or something for like science class or something, so he would be like, oh, "Okay, put me on loudspeaker so I can like so while you check and all like whatever." I'm like, okay. So I used to like, can you hear me? And like keep the phone a distance away. And then like to hear him back, I should like quickly get back to the earpiece and be like, oh, I can hear you. And like this used to go on like, and then I'm like, it was so embarrassing.
The kids nowadays, they're so spoiled.
Exactly.
They had no. Do you remember? I think I still have that phone in my house. But not now. But I used to. That was the landline phone where you have to like, you put your finger through that number and then you circle, do a circle, do a circle and then it goes back.
Okay, the dial. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah,
phone.
the spinning one.
Yeah, the spinning one. Those are the best. If you give that to a kid now, they're clueless.
Oh,
they have no idea how that worked.
I swear.
I mean, come on. That was. What do they do now? And remember the T9 keyboard?
Oh.
Where you used to press to get a W or like, oh, that was the best, man. Like, come on.
Just imagine texting with that now.
Bro,
Holy
why do you think we're
shit.
so good at texting? Fast. I mean, we're fast because
Exactly.
my fingers have seen. My fingers can do wonders. You know what I'm saying? Like
Bedtime Chronicles. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I mean, like, and plus the transition between like that keyboard and like touchscreen, and like now every phone that comes out is touchscreen. It's quite like it was so silent. Like before, you had a large variety of phone. Like you had the BlackBerry keypad.
Yeah.
You had the
innovation is dying. I feel like.
Yeah, the flip phone, and then touchscreen, and suddenly out of the blue, underneath your own chin, like touchscreen is now the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it's dominate the whole thing. It's like quite.
So like people like touching.
Yeah, quite sly, like a fox, like poof, and then boom.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I think since the birth of iPhone, that's. I'll tell you, iPhone was a pioneering thing, as in like Apple was a pioneer in tech.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for iPhone, our technology, the push for innovation would have been so slow.
True.
Right?
Not denying.
But since the death of Steve Jobs, I think Apple had a big downfall. They haven't done anything hugely groundbreaking. They haven't.
True. It's become more a trend. I mean, like, oh, you have the new iPhone. I'm like, cool.
I mean, I'll tell you something. I know iPhones are cutthroat prices, but they do have good quality.
Exactly, and yeah, as I said, like, they have those qualities when you actually like stumble across like you want a voice recorder, and then okay, let's play a voice recorder. Boom, there's Apple's there for you, like that. It's just by chance when you need something.
It's there. Apple has it. Yeah,
and every day.
It's like Apple iPhone is probably like one of those Swiss Army knives.
Exactly.
You name it, you have it there.
Exactly.
A compass. Who uses a compass in normal life? But you want it, it's there.
Exactly. Yeah. Ruler.
Yeah, is that one of those AR rulers? Yeah. You wanna.
Okay. Yeah. That I'll give it to Apple.
I mean, if a girl's arguing with you saying like, listen, that's 2 inches too short. You're like, listen, go. I got an iPhone. I'm just gonna measure it right now and then.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what it's like. You know. I mean.
Well, me taking my actual phone and like putting it against.
Can you do that with an Android? No. I mean, I love both operating systems, but I can say when it comes to it, Apple leads the way. You know, as much as I hate to say this, but they do. They just do.
It's like the pioneer; they've conquered it, and they drag everything else underneath it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what else can we do, man? It is what it is, and then this quarantine is just killing us.
Exactly.
All we do is sit at home. Wait for that human touch, but the only time I get to see a human touch is probably when my landlord comes and sees me.
I swear. Oh
Even then, I'm like a dog when she comes to see me. She's like, "Why are you so happy?" Because I can see you.
True. I mean, we'll not know if the landlady grew a mustache because she has a mask on.
Oh,
but...
my landlady is fit. I'm gonna tell you, she is fit. She's got 2 kids. I think one of them is 2 kids. One of them is older than me, but boy, oh boy, she is fit. I mean, I don't care. I'll be like, Mama, Sita, come sit in my whatever you want to sit on, but she's really nice. She comes for the money. Oh, that sounds so wrong. She comes for the money and asks her to sit down. That's prostitution.
Everything has a service, yeah.
Service as a money, you know. But
let's move on. How's your grocery shopping?
My grocery shopping. What do you mean my grocery shopping?
I mean,
gotta eat the booty like groceries.
Stuff you put in and comes out like that stuff. Groceries, food.
Stuff I put.
Okay, yeah, it came out wrong, man.
To be honest, it's been okay. I haven't stacked up anything during.
Because they were like in the beginning of this all like they were all hyped up, right? I'm like, oh, like all those TP and America had that TP's out and people fighting over like small stuff.
Even like the toilet rolls.
Yeah, I'm like,
Bro, people went crazy.
I don't know why people go crazy. I mean, like, the two things that will happen, I mean, still carry on, even though, like, shit is all down over the roof.
I think it's okay.
Useless Facebook adverts, because I'm on Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, Facebook has the worst shit at the wrong time,
Dude,
at the wrong place.
Like, I have this app, like, AliExpress, and, like, because it's like all the stuff is basically Chinese, you know. Yeah, it's like from the Chinese small markets.
Bro, that's
you
like half of the world. I mean, not
exactly.
half, like 90% of the world, right?
Like, you know, if you want a cheaper alternative to anything, you just go to Ali, basically.
Yeah, true.
And then I remember like
Ali.
Yeah, like there are many like Ali. Yeah, I think there's Alibaba, but I think that's for like companies and all.
Yeah, Alibaba's company and
yeah,
AliExpress
you can
for
only
normal
order
people.
in bulk.
Or
But,
you can even have our next door neighbor Ali. He sells stuff.
Oh. Okay, I didn't catch it there, but okay, got it, nice one. But yeah, basically, I think I wanted to like get some like, you know, like a pastry brush, like, you know, like, yeah, I know.
Bro, you can get it in the normal shops. Yeah.
I know, yeah, but dude, it was like you know, it's like Ali, right? You know, like it was like all cheap, it's like 5 cents or something. I'm like,
yeah,
I
but
don't know.
you imagine the funny thing is you pay 5 cents for the thing and £20 for the
Oh yeah,
shipping.
no, that's what I'm very clear on that. I'm like, I'm not fucking paying for like shipping and all that bullshit.
But shipping is the worst part.
I
It's
swear,
like,
man. Like
that's
it's the same like logic when you order and like you order,
right?
but
Yeah.
sometimes the delivery charges doesn't make it work.
You know the worst part about ordering food in Bulgaria is? The thing is, you can order food. They're like, oh, you know, you order Food Panda. Like, you open Food Panda or take it or whatever. They give you all these adverts like, oh, look at me, I'm KFC.
True,
Then you're like, bitch, we don't even have KFC in
I swear, man.
You know what I'm saying? We don't even have Subway. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh.
And then the thing is, you could be really hungry. Like, you can be like a hungry guy, and then you open the app, and first thing that pops out is a bucket of KFC.
Oh my.
Oh,
So,
and you click on it to order, and be like, oops, not available in your
I
area.
swear. Oh.
I'm like, you should choose whether you have to eat or throw your phone in the bin. It's the
Or just go for this KFC.
just go home and skewer. But that's it. The logic you were saying is like, the reason I was saying the worst part about ordering food in Bulgaria is like this. Say you order pizza for, I don't know, for 10 levs or something.
Yeah.
€10, for example. And then there is a charge for container. Like,
Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah, box charge.
they have a
This
box charge, and then you have a charge for like delivery.
Yeah, like delivery man's coffee charge.
And you're like,
so-
how else? Imagine you order pizza. What are they gonna bring it in a fucking in a? What else would you have it in? It's in a box. Pizza comes in a box.
Yeah. By the time it comes, like already the pizza tastes like the box. So.
No, sometimes I think pizza quality has gone down recently.
No.
Bro, I ordered a pizza. I mean, I ordered a thin crust pizza, but I didn't think it was gonna be pepper crust.
Oh.
Bro, that thing was so thin. I was like, "Where's the pizza?" I opened the box and I'm like, "What's going on?"
Everyone is skimming on everything, man, these days. I swear, I don't know if it's Corona, but I don't know why. At least food, man. Come on, at least spare that area. Like,
The one thing I hate about restaurants, right? I think I've seen this in a lot of restaurants. When they open up, they have the good stuff, the good quality, the good portions.
that's
Everything
true.
is nice.
That's true. Yeah.
As soon as people start going to it, the portions go down in size.
I swear, man.
Quality goes out the window.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, one big thing is like, in Bulgaria especially, I've noticed is like, there is no such thing as customer service. There is no such thing as customer service. Bro, if you want, like, say you order starters, mains, and dessert, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's called starters, mains, and dessert. Because you start with starters, you have the main course, and then dessert at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're in Bulgaria, boom, dessert comes first. And then, if you're lucky, starters comes.
True.
Or not, mains, and then halfway through,
Like,
mains, starters comes. But the thing is, you're too full by the way, like halfway through, and you're like, do I even have stomach to eat all this shit?
True. When you're ordering, you have to order in like the specific time slots in order to get it in the same time everyone's dishes.
Oh, they get pissed.
Oh, so
The waitress should get pissed.
oh.
Say if
goodness.
you're paying them exactly in coins.
Oh, dude.
Bro.
Oh my goodness. Giving them to think. Dude, I don't know why they still have the the Bulgarian the coins, like the lowest of coins, the stinkies.
Yeah.
Like 5 ones. I don't know why they still like use them, man. Like if you Giving someone, like paying someone in Stinky is more or less the same as saying like fuck you service. like literally they give you the same eyes, they give you the same like notion, probably bitch about you, like say
Worst
stupid
part
brown
is
ass
when they charge something like $4.91.
Oh yeah.
You're like, why $4.91? What if and sometimes if you only have $4.90, they're like, well, if you don't have the 1 pence, you can get the fuck out.
True.
You ain't getting this stuff.
I mean, like, and who takes back a one? Like, like some people don't, but some people they actually give you one in return. I'm like, are you gonna? Okay, dude. Even like beggars don't get it. Don't take it.
You know
Their minimums right these days are like five levels. That's like I don't know how many pounds or whatever you guys say. Like, oh my goodness, their minimums are also like increased.
They have a minimum charge right now, beggars. It's true. Yeah, I remember in India once. This is a true story, by the way, because last time I was in India was around 8 years ago.
Wow.
And I remember like we were, you know how like in roads you're just waiting on the traffic and then people come and knock on your door, on your window and then ask for money. I remember giving them 1 rupee at the time. This is 8 years ago. 1 rupee, right?
Yeah.
Bro, they gave it back.
Whoa.
And then my cousin who was actually driving the car, who is actually a native, I think he lives there. He's like, no, you have to give something above 10. I'm like, what? What do you mean above 10? What's next? They're gonna come up with like a card.
Maybe that's like right now in India, like I think the 10 rupees have become a coin now.
Really?
Yeah, it's become a coin apparently. Oh yeah, you've been last was 8 years, right? I'll bring you up to date. It's become a coin. So maybe I guess they are the reason. They went to the government and like, hey, get me a coin, 10 lakhs. 10 rupees. And like these people are skimming on like one rupee coins and all. So maybe who knows? Maybe that's it. So basically, I think maybe beggars might be the reason our like note currency might turn into like coins because it's more viable for them, like to give them change.
It's a bad thing though because America still has $1, right, as a note.
Yeah, that's it. Oh yeah.
America. See, when you go to like a strip club, you can like you take the dollars and
throw them coins.
What would you do in India? Would you flick a coin at them? For one good thing,
going to a strip club, throwing coins at girls, and they becoming like Dalmatians, like, oh, you're giving me bruises.
But this is 10 rupee bruises. Though.
Oh yeah, true.
It's costly coin,
man. Dude, I won't be surprised if. What do you guys have? Like, what's your minimum note?
Oh, minimum note.
Yeah,
I think it's £5.
£5. If that becomes a coin, you know whom.
I don't think it will because we still have 1 pence, 2p.
Ah, okay.
5p, 10p,
is that
20p.
Note?
No, they're all coins.
Like
coins minimum start with £5. But it's a good thing. I think the reason they keep the 1 pence coin is to keep the economy still intact. See, the thing is because even right now we still have value for 1 pence, right?
Oh yeah, true.
And if you don't have value for the lowest amount of money in your country, your economy value is really low. So I think what India did was stupid because I remember they did take away the 25p off, right? They don't have 25p anymore.
Oh yeah.
The lowest is now what, 50?
Yes.
Or maybe a rupee or something.
Yeah.
So I remember back in the day where you could have gone with a 25p mithai, But yeah, times have changed, man. But I mean, back to your point about being what was the grocery thing about being?
Grocery. Yeah. People were like all freaking out in the beginning, right? About like, oh, I need to stock up and all this and all. I'm like, that's the worst bit, like because I knew I would never stock up because.
Did you stock up though?
Thing is, I didn't. But
you
the
did?
moment, no, I didn't.
Like, you didn't? Okay.
DIDN apostrophe T.
DDs, no N.
I didn't, but like didn't. Okay, didn't. Let me make it clear. I didn't, but the thing is, if if idiots out there like stocking up, what's left for you when you go for your weekly
That's
shopping?
more than half the population.
No,
I agree with you though because but they stocked up on toilet rolls, nothing else.
If they stock up on stuff, you're left to like stocking up as well because you have no other option. You go into an empty place, so you also kind of have to. That's what stock up mentality is like a all or nothing. Like either you do it, everyone does it, or like you're left.
When it comes to this kind of things, it's like survival of the fittest kind of thing.
Oh my goodness.
It's like have you ever seen those shows where it's like they give you 1 minute and pick up whatever you can and all is free? But in this case, people just go for the toilet rolls, nothing else. But the stark contrast is the toilet rolls was a big issue in Western countries. I've seen in like UK and America, and I don't know if anywhere else. But if you compare that to the Indian.
Priorities are first. We care about the stuff that we put in our mouths rather than what comes out. If it comes out, it comes out. That can happen anywhere. Like Mother Nature will do the rest. Like
it's so true. I remember because Indian uncles were fighting over rice packets.
I swear.
I was like, what a lad. Hey, give me that. That is my rice packet. Leave it there, you know.
I swear. I mean, like another thing, like I hated those. I mean, like I still hate those people like stocked up to like resell them.
Oh shit! Yeah,
those are like
bro. But did you see? Some guy bought like, I think it was 1,500 cases, like case as in like little packets of hand sanitizer to resell them.
Oh,
but what happened was, when he went to resell it, somebody called. What's her name? Oh shit! What's her name? You know the lady with the
manager.
No, the one who was to ask for the manager. What's her name? Karen.
Karen? That's like a generic white name.
You don't know about Karen?
Karen, no.
You don't know about Karen?
No.
Oh, let me introduce you to the world of Karen. Okay. See, Karen is not just any white lady.
Okay.
She is the white lady. She has a specific type of haircut.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And her main vocabulary words are usually, "May I speak to your manager, please?"
Okay. The minimum wage.
Yeah.
The minimum wage, but still like blessed.
Still, I'm above you kind of girl, right?
Okay.
But it's her. So I think one Karen, like, I mean quotes. I think a Karen must have reported to the police.
Okay. I think now coming back. I mean, like coming to it. I think I've heard the phrase the Karen.
Yeah, and she reported it. A lady reported it to the police, and the whole lot got confiscated, and he was left with nothing. And I was like, "What an idiot!"
Dude, man, I swear. Like, I mean, like, even the other day, I saw this short video on like, what to do and what not to do for like grocery shopping. This guy,
what is life coming
he has
into,
this,
man?
the kitchen islands, like the random table you get in the kitchen, in this Western kitchen. Kitchen islands.
One of those things that you put random shit on.
No, it's like a kitchen.
Like an island kind of thing.
Yeah, like an island.
Oh, okay. Kitchen island. Yeah.
Basically that, and then he's like, put like duct tape, like draws a line right through the center.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Okay, everybody, this is the disinfected and this is the affected." I'm like, okay.
My god.
And then like literally he brings all his stuff to the disinfect side, gets a whole bottle of like I don't know, disinfectant or something, and starts like full on like from like the plastics to the metals. And then, the fruits, thank goodness he didn't put them for the fruits. Because the fruits, he just dumps them into a bowl and then it like takes a whole gallon. I think they are gallons, so it was American. So he dumps the whole thing and then on top of it, I'm like, if you're getting an apple, that's no more an apple. That's like a sour apple after that. Like he puts the whole...
It's a denatured apple.
I swear, like no diluting with water, nothing. Just like the whole... like a pile of like fruits and vegetables in a pot and then like a whole gallon of like vinegar poured on top. I'm like, you're pickling stuff. It's not eating. It's like you're pickling. I'm like,
people go extremes when they come to this thing. Like they're either extreme or they're like the other end of the scale. There's no such thing as in the middle. Like you ever say if it's like I'm telling you like stay indoors, do this. They're like shit. Let's stock up on canned tuna.
I don't know, man. I mean, like,
don't know what.
By the way, do you think all this quarantine and all works?
To be honest, if you look at what Sweden's done, they don't give a shit. They've just been like, we don't need to self-isolate, none of this quarantine or social distancing.
Yeah.
But the cases, I think, if the cases will go up nevertheless, right?
No, I mean, yeah, true. Like,
but it just depends on like the amount of infected people that your country can take, kind of thing.
No,
infected as in like hospitals. I mean,
like I was seeing a video the other day, and they were like explaining basically, and it's kind of true. Like when they say like, "Oh, we need to flatten the curve and all," it's not the fact like, "Oh, okay, flatten the curve meaning you'll have less infected." Like apparently, flattening the curve does not like correlates with the number of infected. It's literally everyone. There's already a set number that will get infected.
Yeah.
And like no matter even if you like do all these measures and all, they'll still get infected.
Yeah.
The only reason they say like all this quarantine measures and all this flattening the curve will basically like
Elongate
spread
the
it out.
process,
Yeah,
yeah.
like spread it out so that like it won't like overcrowd or overwhelm the health
Yeah.
system and all. So that's one thing. Like I was like, oh, okay, shit. So basically, in a way, if you are gonna get it, you will get it.
Yeah.
It's not like you can hide away or like you can run away from it. It's only the matter of fact that whether if you get it and if you do need help, like if
Then
you
get
need a
help, yeah.
ventilator.
Then do it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you do need a ventilator, if you flatten the curve and all, you will have a ventilator at the end. It's not like
it's kind
you'll
of like
choose your life or like like choosing.
I think that's the one when you just said it, explained it. I think it explains a lot more to how the news channels or whatever they say it, right? Because by flattening the curve, as you said, it's just elongating the process of the amount of people.
Elongating,
Yeah,
I mean, like making sure that you have the
enough
stuff,
supplies
when
to take
it
care
comes
of
to you.
people.
When time comes to you. So I mean, like you eventually will get it. So it's just a matter of like hoping it's not the worst.
I think the biggest problem in many countries, especially developed countries, if you see, is the amount of like the population. I mean, what I'm saying is like the medical personnel, the ratio of medical personnel to the population is very low.
True.
So maybe that's one of the reasons why they're like wanting this huge quarantine. And
So they don't overwhelm. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
Like I mean, true. It makes sense also.
It
Like,
does, yeah.
like,
But I don't know. I don't know if it is working in a sense because in all countries the wave is come and gone, but the peak is going to come nevertheless, right? It's going to re-peak again.
Yeah.
Because some people will have reinfection.
True.
So that re-peak is going to come.
But it's not proven, right?
Some in India there's a couple of cases. Well, I was reading some of the papers and they're not sure about what's the reason of this re-peaking.
That's the thing, man. This thing with this virus. I mean, like even though we as medical students we've learned of like corona, it's like a new thing, and
this
it's
is
like
smart. This is a smart virus
every
because
day a new thing is coming about this.
Yeah.
Like,
and
your previous info from last week.
It doesn't matter. Everything is new. That's one thing about viruses because it's an RNA virus at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
So the problem with this is like, as we all know, like usually viruses are smarter than like bacteria. So they the only thing is people.
But they do look like aliens, man. In the microscope.
Yeah.
I'm like
It's like they have this.
I thought maybe like whenever they used to illustrate a virus in like book and like in a cartoon or like I thought maybe they're just like taking it off from like some hyped up like Disney version of some alien.
But it's not. It's
no,
real.
apparently,
It's
they look like
spikes
spikes and they have that
the proteins and
like Wally type
the
of
Wally
head.
shit. Yeah.
I'm like, whoa.
It's the thing is they said it transmits from animal to man or humans, right?
Yeah.
But that's what they think because they think they have a hypothetically they think it's from the wet markets, but there is no proven evidence as of now.
Yeah.
As of now, because when I was reading up some of the articles or papers, they still don't have practical evidence saying that it's actually transferable from animals to humans, right? So in a sense, that's why some countries are actually still thinking it's a bio weapon kind of thing.
Modified thing.
But the thing is, everyone is kind of against China right now, right? So nevertheless, of what comes out, they want the wet markets to close. So in that sense, they will always say it's a animal to a human transmission. If that's the case, they can what can they do? They can close off all the wet markets.
True.
It's a good thing closing the wet markets. It's a huge shithole there.
No, but apparently also like wet markets aren't like the wet markets we think like because wet markets there is like okay you may get like this random meats like bat meat.
You do but
most of the wet markets
it's
are just
clean.
like normal.
Normal clean markets.
Like,
but I think
fishes and all.
But the problem with China is like they have random meats. Like they have all kinds of meats. That's the only thing.
But I don't know. Like they've been eating it since the start.
Start of time. Yeah.
It's like,
to be honest, it's there. You know the thing is right.
Yeah.
It's a freak of nature kind of thing. In nature, if there needs to be a virus coming, it's gonna come nevertheless of what happens, right?
True.
And people telling all this like bioweapon, blah blah blah. The way it's transmitted from all the way from China to the middle of Europe, we're kind of missing that 2-month period from the start of the virus in December in Wuhan, and then we're missing like almost whole of December and January, February as well, and then it starts to peak in March time. I'm sure it starts to peak in Italy or Spain.
True.
So we're missing all these times, and what we need to keep in mind is like this is a huge popular area for people traveling.
If it is a bioweapon, just imagine like they'll send like agents
Bro,
Like,
yeah,
like I'm 007. Achoo.
one sneeze and boom, the whole train
like,
goes.
You go in Italy. You go, but I don't know, man. That's there. Like it's now just a blame game, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a blame game for a long time. Like who started it and all. And some countries want like China to pay like reparations and all.
That's not gonna happen.
No,
If that's the case, then UK needs to pay India so much money.
I swear. Dude, that's what, like, it's a segue. It's like a slippery slope. You can like start from there and move on to colonies and
Yeah.
then like ask for like.
Bro, you're fucked. UK is fucked then. Like,
Dinosaur fossils will be like, hey, cover me up as well.
yeah, like that. Got
Like,
that
I
mixture
need-
here. Man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go to the crater and like sue the crater for like nutrients.
See, in the midst of all this Corona thing, the worst, the biggest issue right now is actually our bad boy Kim Jong Un, or is it Kim Jong Il? What's his name? Kim Jong Un, right? Yes, Kim Jong Un. Yeah,
Kimmy K from
Kimmy
North
K from North K.
Oh.
Do you think he's really
true.
dead?
I mean, apparently, like this was last week, and then now apparently a new video resurfaced. or
Yo, I
something.
think that's a body double for sure, man. Have you seen? This body double's
One
fat.
thing that will never end.
Yeah.
Business of the Armageddon.
Yeah.
And conspiracies.
Oh, conspiracy.
And trust
Bro,
me, that's
people
how we
love
live through
conspiracies. It's conspiracies like gossip, isn't it?
this. I
Like,
swear.
it's like for men it's conspiracy theory, for women it's gossip.
It's like gossip around outside the circle.
But okay, North Korea, man, it's like one thing about North Korea is like you can make up anything because you don't really know what's going on.
True.
Even North Korea doesn't. They're like, I don't agree to it, neither do I deny it. You know?
True. Oh man, that's the. I mean, like I don't know that guy. Yeah, that country. I mean, like I actually, growing up, I never thought of like North Korea. Like I only saw it like when I started like watching the news. That's when like you would hear random North Korea threatening the world with like missiles and all. I'm like, okay, that's when you hear about North Korea. And then you grow up and then you realize there's a.
There's a big guy. There's a big guy there. Yeah.
Big guy with a sick fade.
This
like,
is, you know, I gotta tell you, when he said about fade, he has a clean fade, man. It's a fresh fade. Have you seen him without a good fade? He doesn't have a bad hair day, man.
True.
That man, I don't know who his barber is, but he's one guy. He knows how to do his shit.
It is quite sick. Maybe who knows, in the near future they might like, I want the Kimmy K from North K look.
Kimmy K from North K. But I mean, do you think he's still alive? I think he
God knows.
might be.
The guy is quite over the BMI.
What do you, bro? If there's a BMI scale, he needs a new scale.
Yeah,
He's above and
tipping the
beyond.
spectrum, yeah.
No, the thing is, some of the media tabloids have said like, he had a botched heart surgery or something.
Oh yeah,
and
something like that, right?
They must have died, and then and then he resurfaced. The main headlines was like Kim K. What the hell? Kim K. Our boy Kim Jong Un is actually in good health and healthy, and that it depends how you mean healthy. Like the man doesn't look like.
True, I
he's
was like
healthy.
looking up facts and basically nobody knows his date of birth. Like nobody knows his age. Like
What is he, 36 or something? Well,
that's what you don't know. You just assume.
Oh,
Like
shit.
apparently it's not like it's never published his date. I mean, like, okay, let me check. I have the computer for me. Carry on. while I check.
But the thing is, if he was to lose power, say he died, right?
Yeah.
Hypothetically, he died. Do you think we're gonna get killed for this? What if he finds us? What if North Korea is tapping into this right now? Yo, I'm telling you, like, guys, if you don't hear episode 2, we're dead.
Then we should like hope that like everyone else in the world
But
is talking about him.
I think the
So-
more big of a threat, not threat, like a more stronger person is his sister. Do you know his sister?
Holy shit. Okay, yeah. There's no certain age of this, but
Yeah, that's because he was never born, bro.
he's an illusion.
He's an illusion, bro. Like, Kim Jong Un doesn't exist. It only exists in our minds.
True. Supreme leader.
Supreme
Damn.
leader, you know?
That's a title.
Well, that is the title. Though. Imagine you
Supreme.
like you know how like Asian dads like being called.
Yeah.
No, they don't like being called daddy. Do they?
I'm not
It's like Asian dads would love it if they were being called supreme leader.
Supreme leader of apartment 1. Or like address.
May I please see the master? Who do you want to see? A supreme leader.
True.
But there was a stuck on. You know, there's all these people supposedly sneaking into North Korea and trying to.
Oh yeah.
Trying to like get their day-to-day lives and shit there, and apparently it's all fake. Everything you see is a fake. It's like
yeah.
it's like this.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it's like when you walk into the city, it's like a huge cover-up, and then as you walk behind that wall, it's a shithole. It's like there was a picture of Kim Jong-un and his people, like like the people who live there.
Yeah.
He's a big fat guy, and the people are just skinny and dying.
Oh, can I imagine, man?
It's a stark contrast, isn't it? Like,
So I mean, I think that's every dictator, man. No dictator's skinny.
yeah.
Like, you literally own over everything, so you might be going like, hey, give me your rations. I'm like, yeah, sure.
But the thing is, we don't really know what's actually happening in North Korea. Like,
True.
because even
It is one of the. I think there are there are quite a few dictators out there. But I mean, like dictatorships.
Ships
Like,
out there,
it's
right?
not just North Korea.
I mean,
I
if you look at China is kind of in a dictatorship.
Oh yeah, China kind
They
of.
call it
And I think I saw another. I think Belarus as well, like in Europe.
Belarus, really?
Yeah.
But isn't that like a chill place though?
It is, but like because it's
I
Europe,
think-
they kind of like put a nice blanket over the dictatorship.
So do you think
call it
he's like a
something
chill
else.
dictator? Like he's like, yo, people come party with me. Where is Belarus actually? Is it Eastern Europe or is it?
I think it's Belarus. I mean, Rus. It has Rus. So it's Russia. I think Bella. I don't know what's it called. I think Bella is like beautiful.
Bella ciao.
Oh yeah, that's
Bella's
Italian. Sorry. Bella, Biala. Okay, that's maybe
Biala's white, man.
Maybe white Russian.
White Russian.
Isn't that a drink?
Is it a black Russian?
Black Russian. I'm pretty sure something Russian is a drink. I'm not
Russian's a drug.
Drinking connoisseur, so gone.
No, Russian.
Unitary Presidential Republic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it
the.
does sound monarchish.
That's the big. It's like saying United Kingdom, but really though.
True, exactly.
Nobody
Yeah. Oh
really-
shit! The big elephant in the room. UK is like a monarch.
You know, the funny thing is, no one really knows that. Well, no, I don't know if they know. Like, they don't know that United Kingdom is made of 4 countries.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
People
true.
think London is a country. Whenever they're from, like, are you not from London? No, I'm from Ireland. What? They're like, I'm from Ireland. What the fuck is that? Like, bro, UK. What? UK? I thought you were from London. Bro. No, I mean, I'm from Ireland. What? It's like a circle. You keep going to it, and then you bring in Glasgow or Scotland. You're like, the fuck is that? Is that even a country? They're like, no, it's a.
Like I can't
It's bread.
really picture. I mean, they say London is big. I've not been there, but
Bro, London is more brown than India. No, I'm being serious. You go to London, bro.
we are.
I've only been to London properly once because I have a cousin living there.
Okay.
This is around 7 years ago. So I'm guessing now it's even more browner. So we went to the street. So at evening time, we all went out for food. So I'm coming from a place where it's predominantly white. Like, I went to a school where I was almost the only brown person there.
Okay.
Right? So in a sea of white, I was the brown person.
Okay. So they got a heads up of what to expect.
Yeah, so I was
Extenders from
expecting
you.
like maybe I was expecting maybe it's like fully like that. But when I went to London, it's like bro, like, you know when you go to, you know, like you know when you have street food in India, right? You know, after like 6 o'clock, you know, like chai time, you know, tea time in India.
Yeah.
You know when you go to the streets, you can smell it. You can smell the food.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, like dosa being made or like the vada being made or something being made. You know, like the momos or whatever.
Yeah.
It's that waft of food smell comes out. Same thing in London.
Like
I was like, whoa.
Desi food. Like
Yeah, desi
Indian
food. And the ambience is more Indian-y. Like,
Wow.
it's like a little India.
I mean, call me a bit racist in this, but I think like we are doing a bit too much. Like we're taking over everything.
I mean,
Like
they
brown
did.
people are taking literally over everything.
When you say brown people,
Like,
it's
you know,
mostly
also thing,
Muslims.
I kindly think also like white people are kind of scared of the word racism. Like they're scared of the term racist.
No, do you know
because
what's
they
happening
know-
right now?
What?
White people had their time. No, they did what they could. Think about it. They came, they took our friends. I mean, our friends, our wives, our
Yeah.
women, our daughters. What are all the brown people doing now? Literally, a brown guy is literally going into a white girl's house and be like, "Yo, send Bob's and Vagine."
Bubs and vagine.
Like, no, the time is up for white people. Like, white guys are. Their days are
I
numbered.
don't know why we are thirsty, man.
Bro, it's. I'll be honest with you, like, brown men are thirsty.
I don't know
They are
why.
thirsty, yes.
Like, spoils the names for everyone.
Yeah.
Like the moment you hear like, hey, like I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I've not been in the white guy's head. Oh no, forget white guy. White girl's head. I mean, do brown girls chase after that?
Brown girls, I don't
not as much as
not as much as bad. But the thing is, brown girls are actually okay. They're actually open to more. You know how like Indian girls, I don't think they're very that open to like every other guy apart from maybe black guys. They love black guys.
Yeah?
Yeah, they love black guys. And maybe it's just what I've seen, right? But they love black guys. And don't take it against me, don't kill me against it. But what I'm saying is like, but white women, like, the thing is sometimes, when I'm like, hey, where are you from? I'm like, oh, I'm from the UK, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, originally, I'm from India. Then the girls are like, oh, shit. He's the guy who sent Bob's Machine. I'm like, that's a different guy. It's like this.
Oh my goodness, man. I don't know
It's
why.
not just, you can't just blame it on Indians, right? And I have so many Pakistani friends. And once my friend sent me this screenshot. This guy had a center part, like a hair, but you center part it.
Yeah.
And he gelled it like from the center. And it's so flattened. And he cut the sides like Kim Jong-un cut, right?
Oh, okay.
And he shaved the sides, and he had that. And he had like a pedo mustache.
Oh.
And he was wearing like...
That's the thing, like, I'm into the mustaches and I'm into the...
Mustache is good.
I'm into the pedo mustache. And see, I can't even say it without, like, I can't describe it through the voice without telling you the word pedo. Because that's the look I want, but that's the word I don't want to use.
But the thing, mustaches are cool.
It's them, man.
You just
They
need...
spoiled it, man.
Mustache
like,
is like...
sorry,
mustache is like a well-grown meat.
Oh.
You need time. You need to
That's
season
right,
it properly,
That's right.
Take time and it's going to grow. But the thing is, these guys ruined the name for it. And the funny thing, he had this selfie. It's like he's on his bike like this, like, like putting his leg out, slanting down with his kurta on. And then he's like taking the picture like pouting in like gay ass haircut. And he sends it to this girl like, hey. And the girl is like, she didn't reply. He just kept on saying, hey, hi, hello, you're beautiful, blah, blah. Sends out all these next level shit. And then there was, I think, I don't know if it's a meme or if it's a real thing. It's like, I want to marry you or something. I'm like, bro, shit doesn't work like that here,
Dude, I blame it on the conservative society, man. The more conservative...
Do you really think this conservative? Like...
No, that's the thing. The more conservative you are in general, the more hornier and the more,
Bro, if you're brown, you're horny. I just gotta say.
Maybe.
No, I mean,
I think it's come down from genetics. Like it's embedded in our genetics now because we have grown up from those high times where conservatives were like all over the place. So I think like
but that's
their
the thing.
feelings.
No, that's the funny part. Like think about it. Back then, you could have, bro. If you imagine this, right? You come from we all come from like the conservative part, right? Even my family is really strict. Imagine me talking about a girl. No. If I'm talking about a friend, I always change my female friends to male. they
like a Christina becomes a Chris.
Yeah, Christina becomes a Chris.
Oh wait, forget Christina. Let's say, but you can't masculine whatever. Okay,
let's do this. Imagine this.
Okay,
give me some Indian names. Give me some Indian names. I'll masculinize them right now.
Oh, okay. Oh shit, I was trying to say that, but you got it off just from the back.
It's we vibe, man. We vibe in a wave like this.
Okay, Priyanka.
Priyan.
Oh, I see that. Okay.
See? Mom, I went with my friend Priyan outside for lunch.
Aisha.
Realistically. Aisha.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Ashwant.
Okay. Monica.
Yeah. Well, that's an easy one.
What?
More.
Mon.
Yeah, it's more.
Muhammad. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Monica is like, Nika
okay.
could be, Nika in my language is the underwear.
Yeah?
Yeah, Nika. So I'll be like, more Nika, which is like, Muhammad's Nika. I don't know what the fuck I came with that, but yeah. See, it's easy, man, bro. Come on, spit him like easy, like bars, bro. I can give it to you.
Let me throw in randoms now. I can't even remember. Like,
I can give you one.
What?
I think this is a hard one, right?
Okay.
Imagine the name is something like Devyani.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. Devyani. Okay.
You're fucked. What are you gonna? Oh wait, you can make it Devin.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Devin.
shit.
Devin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, true.
Damn.
Okay, I can.
I think India is such like a very masculine country. Every name is actually a derivation from a male name.
Maybe that's what maybe that's all that's happened in the past. Like,
Yeah.
Like guys being like, coming back to their wives and be like, where were you? I was with Priyan, and they're like, Priyan?
Yeah.
I've never heard
Next
that
door
name.
neighbor, Priyan.
Let's name our kid that. Priyan.
We have now.
Anyways, the Priyanka will be aborted. But yeah.
What's the most embarrassing story you've ever had? Like as a kid, as when I say embarrassing, like like a school story, or even like some of those shit that you've actually accidentally came out of your mouth at home when your parents were there.
Oh, that I don't know, man. I mean, I grew up in the Middle East. Like, it's not that exciting going on over there.
Yeah, well, you can't really see them, and they're all covered up. I mean, I grew up there too, so I understand what you mean. But
True.
after 6 o'clock. You know what I mean by after 6 o'clock,
yeah.
right?
But, yeah, I mean, like, no, I mean, nothing exciting or like.
What's the most exciting, most embarrassing thing in the last 4 years? I mean, since you came to Plevin, as in we're students now, right? Since we're students, we can do some crazy shit. So,
I mean, as a student here, I mean, like, I did.
Can be anything. Embarrassing can be anything. Like,
Okay, like, I mean, one thing that stood out was like, I think this was the second month of me coming here, and then it was coming back home from a house party, like 4 or something. Me and my roommate, and then we were returning back home, and I mean, that's when I got like, I think that is like when it clicked. I'm like officially in Bulgaria, because I heard a lot of like crazy wacky stuff about like Bulgarians and Eastern Europe and all. But then coming back, basically, it was going back when we across the road, and there was a taxi. I think I told you that, but
was it a fake taxi?
I think it might have been after that, but like this, there's a taxi, all doors open, just parked on the side.
All
of the
doors.
road. The back doors, like the passenger seats and all the doors are open basically, and you have to just pass by it, and then basically and I think the light, the light that opens, I mean that turns on when the doors open.
Yeah, inside the car.
Yeah, inside the car. That was on, and all I could see was this guy, and I presume he was the driver because there was no driver. And like he was in the back seat, and like he was looking at us because obviously at 4 a.m, there's no cars in the street. And
Were you naked or something?
No, he was fully clothed.
No, were you naked?
Oh no. No, me and my roommate going naked. Yeah, like no, that would be an awkward sight.
That's a story for another day, actually.
Exactly. No, but like passing by, and like it passed in front of the car to go on the way, and then we glanced at him, and obviously it's 4 a.m, so any human is a human. You look at each other and say hello or wink or like hello. So yeah,
the worst part is when you guys have the eye contact.
I swear.
The eye contact, and then you're like, you look at him and you're like, should I take my eyes off him? Exactly. Should I nod, or like what do I do?
It's like a fine line between awkwardly. Like
it's
awkward.
Like guys don't look at their dicks, right? Do they? Like they don't like quickly look at their dick. You want to make it awkward. You're like,
man.
Shit. What do I look at? His nipples.
I swear. And if you go above the limit, it's like it's become homos, like gayish, like you're into him, like. So it's a fine line. Like, you have to like the perfect amount of like less awkwardness and not too homo.
It's either eye or dick.
Yeah, true. I mean, if you're bland about it, just like go for the dick and just like, hey, I want that. Like, okay, yeah, but basically, yeah, we passed the car, and then basically we glanced at him. He gives the wink, and he was surprisingly jolly. Like he was like laughing and smiling. Like, so initially we thought he's drunk, obviously 4 a.m, so we thought he's drunk or like either on like some drugs or something, and just like chilling and like feeling it from the backseat. And then you're like, okay, he smiled, and then he shows a thumbs up with his hand. So I mean, obviously with his hands, not gonna show a thumbs up with his
fucking
dick or something. No, that's the thing. That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say.
If he showed,
I think maybe he couldn't show his thumbs up from his dick because
he was being sucked off.
Exactly.
Was he being sucked off?
Literally, we passed by, and the only thing we could see was him being jolly, thumbs up, and all we could see was a head going up and down.
Oh,
so it's either he's doing magic tricks with a wig, like making it levitate over his dick and going up and down, or being sucked up. And I think it was sucked up because come on,
he was happy.
That smile, that smile. It's not a happy smile from like a normal stuff. It's a happy smile from doing something illegal. So yeah, that was kind of like, whoa, we just got like thumbs up.
Bulgaria is crazy, man. I'll tell you. There's one time me and my friend, we went to, I think it was Veliko. It's one of the cities in Bulgaria, and we wanted to go to this fort place, but it was a bit night, so we were like, okay, you know what?
Was it Belgrade?
Huh?
Belgrade.
No, Veliko Tarnovo.
In Veliko Tarnovo.
Yeah, in Veliko Tarnovo. We went to see that fortress called. I really don't know what the name is called, but there's a big ass fortress there. Everyone goes to see that. So the thing is, I think we were a bit late because they have these weird timings for closing, like 5 p.m. You like keep it open for a bit longer, man. Come on.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? Let's go somewhere else. So it was at that time of the year where it gets dark really quickly.
Oh, okay.
So it was around I think it was around 6, 7 or something, and it was getting dark.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know what? Let's just walk there rather than driving or whatever. So because you can see the city as well. It's a nice city. It's a beautiful city. It's one of the oldest cities in Europe, I think. So we were just walking, and there's this place where it has like arches. And if you go into these arches, you can actually see because it's like on a hill place. Yeah. You go from it's like a valley, so you go from the top and the bottom, and then you go up again to the fortress. So you can actually see from that arch to the whatever's up there. It's quite beautiful. But the thing is, I was like, hey, let's go in here and see what's going on. But it was dark, right? So, and the funny thing, as soon as I walked in, it's like 2 people were there. And all I heard was like, and then I see it in the shadow, like wiping the face, like this with the face behind, and I was like,
cleaning up the
okay.
business.
But the thing is, I was like, no, fuck, I'm just gonna go in there. But then my friend, she was like,
stand over there. Like, I don't know, carry on. I'm just voyaging.
It was the funniest shit ever. I walked in, and then my friend, she didn't understand what was going on. I was like, you know what, let's just get out of here.
True. No, all the naughty things comes in the dark side.
Naughty darkness. Yeah, naughty and darkness goes well, bro.
Exactly. What else?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, man, it's been a while. Man.
Yeah, what time is it now?
Oh shit, enough, right?
It's been going on forever. That was a good session. That was.
True, yeah. I mean, like.
Hopefully, the people have actually enjoyed listening to our.
Let's see, man.
Talking.
This is just a normal convo between 2 persons. I mean, that's the start of every podcast.
Yeah.
Like you just talk normally, and
we're just
some
normal.
people are.
Yeah.
Actually.
Hopefully, our listeners.
Dude, that's there. I mean, like that's there. Like everyone is doing podcasts these days, like celebs and all.
Yeah, fuck celebs.
Yeah, true. This is just.
They're in their 20 million mansion. We're in our $20 mansion.
Like my setup is a phone that is held by a glass. like a what is it? A Scotch glass or Johnny Walker glass?
Professional. Le professional.
Exactly. Oh wait, should I not like say Johnny Walker? Maybe he might get sponsored.
Sponsors. Oh wait, before we finish, we should talk about our sponsor. I forgot. So guys, we just want to thank you so much for listening, and last of all, before we finish, we want to thank you to our sponsors.
Sponsors. Okay, wait. It's on you.
I'm just kidding. We don't have any sponsors.
Yeah, that's what I was like, whoa, okay, let's see where this guy's taking this.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to sponsor us, I mean, you're more than welcome.
True.
We do use Johnny Walker drinks and
we do
Apple
love the
iPhones, Samsung phones.
We do love the NES.
Yeah, so if you guys want, hit us up. You know where we are. Leave a like and comment.
Hearing us is enough for now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the beginning. So I hope you guys have loved it, enjoyed it. As
goofy stuff.
Let's just say they can.
Maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll learn on the way.
Yeah.
So for now, maybe the goofiness
is good, right?
I think I like the goofiness. Yeah, it's authentic.
And also, I think people can leave the comments in the comments section, and hopefully let us know what we can do better, or did they like it. Yeah. And hopefully we'll see you soon in episode 2.
Alrighty.
Ciao.
Boy.